Congratulations on winning Employee of the Month.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at modern women hitting the wall. Don't forget to drop a comment, subscribe if you are new here, and let's just jump right into it.
How old are you?
That's a strange question to ask a woman. 41.
What does it feel like to be 41?
I feel way older than I thought it would.
Is there an age, if you could go back and relive any that you've previously been in your life, one that you would go back to?
My beginning of the 20s were a pretty fun discovery part.
So knowing what you know now about life, if you could go back and give your beginning of 20 self one piece of advice, what would you tell her?
Take care of your body.
She wants to go back to her early 20s because she was getting endless attention from people.
Serious question. For those of us that are born in 1985, how are you feeling? Because I'm not okay. Okay, that's all. Bye.
You gotta love how a lot of modern women think that they have all the time in the world, but time catches up to them very damn quickly. Nobody said that parenthood is easy, but that doesn't mean that you should post temper tantrum videos.
Women over 40 are delusional. I'm 41 and I'm going to tell you, okay? We're so delusional because we walk in a room and we look around and we're like, oh, there's no way I am the same age as that girl. Okay, there's no way.
Even when a modern woman gets older, a lot of them still behave and think that they are in their 20s, right? Like they behave like they're 23, even though they're 43 or whatever. It's absolutely insane.
I'm just sitting here in front of the coffee shop, got my coffee, and listening to the pitter-patter of the rain. It's so beautiful right now. And I'm truck rotting, scrolling TikTok and rotting my life away. And my body hurts. Yeah.
Nothing can prepare these women for aging, it seems. They spend a lot of time pretending that it doesn't actually exist.
What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Because even the career that I did have, I hated it. Did it for 20 years. I was amazing at it. I was stellar at it. I hated it. I hated it. So now I'm just like, my kid's 19. I got him grown. I got him out of high school. And he's on his way to college. What am I going to do with the rest of my life?
If you are 40 and you are freaking out about what you're going to do with your life, that is definitely a bad thing.
I just watched somebody's video and she said that when you reach your mid to upper 40s, you start hitting this delusional wall where you think you look younger than all the other women your age. But the truth is we all look like we're in our middle 40s. And I'm 48. And guess what? I always go, I don't think I look as old as she does. But guess what? I do.
Too many women these days think that by getting older, they somehow magically get more attractive. That is actually not how that works.
I've had a really emotionally draining week, and I come home to my quiet and peaceful house, and all I want to do is just cry and be held. And that's the part about being single that I think no one really shares and talks about, how hard it is to not have emotional support when you are the emotional support. And I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change showing up for my friends in a deep, meaningful, profound way. I wouldn't change, having the situations that I go through. I wouldn't change the work that I do that is also emotionally draining. And I also wouldn't change being single, but it is hard.
She wouldn't change anything, but she still feels like crying for being single in her 40s, which, by the way, was something that she inflicted upon herself.
I feel really childish being upset about it, but a friend of mine I found out is celebrating her 50th, and there's a couple of us in this same group that have been, we're not a part of that celebration, and, I don't want to speak up about it because the last time I did, it didn't end well.
Even when it's someone else's birthday, she still needs to cry that it is not about her.
I'm 50, a grandma, I work from home, and after years of not taking care of myself, I've hit total burnout. Hormones, exhaustion, work stress, life stress, all of it. I feel stuck in survival mode and completely disconnected from myself. So I've decided to start healing gently. No extremes, no hustle, just simple routines, nervous system healing, and real life. If you're tired of being tired, you're not alone.
Nobody has gotten around to actually explaining what it means to heal their nervous system. I don't even understand what the hell that's supposed to entail.
Okay, I'm going to make this quick because I have to go into a meeting. I have 3 meetings today. I've been in the corporate life for almost half my life. For context, I'm 40 years old. I have 2 children who are 11 and 7. And I fell for it. I fell for this thing where, you know, go to college, get your degree. You know, if you want to have kids, you can do it all. You can have a career, you can have kids, you can just do everything. Well, I don't want to do everything.
It makes no sense how some of these women believed that the key to happiness was getting a career, and then they go out and they work until they're like 60 and they realize that they were not fulfilled at all. Like, you know, men could have told you this, but hey, you wanted to ignore men, you wanted to chase your career, so have fun with that.
I don't want to do that anymore. I fell for that. Do not fall for it. Do not fall for that. I want to take my kids to school. I want to pick them up from school. I want to be there when they get home. I want to chaperone for them, volunteer at school. I just want to go to the gym, clean my house, do laundry, go to the grocery store, and just be home. So do me a favor. Do not fall for that.
This is what happens when you buy into the lie. It leaves you aged out and completely exhausted.
40 is a good age to stop being a hoe. So I'm on the phone with my little shorty this morning, right? And we get to talking and we like, you know what? 40 is when you need to stop being a hoe. If you a hoe past 40, you just unhappy. Because why is you still trying to be a hoe past 40? Why is you had, well, no, I was about to say 40 years. You probably should have started hoeing in your teenage years, and you had all them good years to be a hoe, and you still trying to be a hoe after 40. You need therapy, and you need to go back to church, because if you still hoeing after 40, don't be no hoe.
There is no good age to stop being a 304. You should have never been one in the first place. But honestly, if you're talking about stopping in your 30s or 40s, you might as well just continue by that point.
They're looking at 18 versus 37.
No.
They're looking now
Yeah.
at 37.
Yes.
Okay. 23 versus 43.
Fuck, I'll take 43 over 23.
So you'll take 23.
I'll take what I look like at 43 over what I look like at 23.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
23 versus 33?
Yeah, I looked better in my 30s and 40s, honestly.
All right. What about you? You're 23, better looking 33.
Yes.
43?
Possibly yes.
Better looking 18 versus 37?
No.
Okay, so better looking at 37 versus at 18.
To be honest.
What about you? 30, better looking 40?
No, probably not. White people don't age very well.
Okay, better looking at 20?
No, I think I'm better looking now.
The amount of denial these women have towards aging is absolutely astounding to me.
I thought you were going to be 48.
No, you're going to be 48 in March.
Oh my God, you are nearly 50. Stop!
So are you! So are you, by the way. You're nearer 50 than you are 40.
You're going to have to do it for a whole year before I do it. You can test it out.
Thank God, because
first.
if you had to do it before me, that would not be good.
I don't think we'll be podcasting for the full year while I've got over the breakdown.
Oh, please don't have a breakdown when you
I
turn
won't
50.
have a breakdown.
You will.
I have my breakdown.
We all know you're going to have a breakdown.
I have my breakdown here.
No.
Right here.
Yeah, well, yeah, but this is just the companion part of it. I mean, I really can't take a whole year of you having a breakdown.
It's going to be fine. Let's not worry about it yet.
She's already starting her breakdown at reaching 50. This is just the beginning of it.
I'm 60 years old, and I can't keep my makeup on today because I keep having these bouts of little tears that just sort of burst forward. I'm not a crier, and I'm not even that emotional of a person outwardly, but this age, it comes with so many changes and hard things. Yesterday, I had the most unexpected burst of grief as my youngest child is graduating from college. It's a happy occasion, but I'm bawling. I didn't do that with the other two kids. It's just really a rite of passage, and it just means like they're growing up and out and moving on, and I miss them. I miss having everybody at home.
It can be scary reaching the last phase of life, but crying about it online doesn't help matters any. It doesn't matter what she actually feels. We see a woman who is desperately wishing to be young again.
I am now officially a 40-year-old. Just a little life update, because I know I haven't posted in a while, and I'm very sorry about that. It's just I was feeling a lot of burnout and I needed a break. But I recently had my 40th birthday, and I made it to level 40 without doing any of those things. And it's funny because when I was younger, the reason that I refrained from doing any of that was because I knew in my heart of hearts, the guys that I was talking to, they just weren't good. I knew that I was going to get hurt, I was going to be heartbroken, so I just didn't do those things with any of them. I don't think that's the reason I've continued to be this way, though. At this point in my life, I feel like it's an act of defiance. It is my way of saying to who? I don't know, men, society, the patriarchy, expectations, I don't know. But at this point, I feel like I'm just kind of walking around with my middle finger in the air.
Women like this think sabotaging their lives is somehow a win for feminism. That is completely insane.
We need to normalize. We need to normalize being in your 50s. Being at midlife and having everything just feel like a storm. And things are just hitting you left and right. Oh my gosh. I know it's the end of the school year, and kids are graduating and kids are coming home from college, and
crying about this stuff has been normalized since the invention of TikTok itself. There are so many of these videos that exist now.
God, I got my daughter coming home for a week, and then she's off for 6 months, and having my college-age daughter leaving. I haven't even dealt with that yet. The fact that she won't be here this summer. Anyway, if you are, I'm 56, if you're middle age, or if you're younger and you think life gets easier, I don't think it gets easier. I think you have tools to help you cope through life, but there are days where it just hits so freaking hard.
The internet has left her totally unprepared for what is going to happen to her next.
Remember when we were younger and we used to think 40-year-olds were like so old? That's me now. I am that old. I'm turning 40 in about 3 weeks. And I don't have my life together. I'm not married. I was supposed to have my body done by 40. I was supposed to have my done. I wanted a facelift. I was supposed to have a huge Miami party for my 40th with my friends on a yacht. That ain't happening.
Imagine your biggest dream in life is to have a bunch of plastic surgery. That is actually rather damn tragic.
I don't even know why I'm running this account. I'm not a fun person. I'm not interesting. I have no idea what I'm doing. I had so many ideas I wanted to show everybody in my head, and then I get just less confident every day. I see all these content on the platform. It's so enjoyable. I don't have any skills. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? I'm here in a pile of like all this stuff that's probably not going to fit every month. A little bit of debt piling up. I was so confident that I could be the breadwinner.
It's never a wise idea to assume that you can support a family by creating TikTok content. I mean, if you can, great, but let's be honest, it's not a wise idea to assume.
Sometimes I hate being an aunt. Oh my gosh, I'm snotting. My sister just sent me the first day of school pictures. And my oldest nephew is in kindergarten. Literally, how?
This is a woman who just realized how badly she wanted to be a mother, and of course, she screwed it up. We see this all the damn time.
How? And then my two nieces. One of them started school for the first time, and the other one started her second year. They're not old enough for this world, dude. God, I hope the world is so kind to them. Oh, this is not okay. I love being an aunt, but I hate being an aunt at the same time. Oh my gosh.
It's actually tragic to me to know just how many people are not preparing their kids for what the world is actually like. They think that divorce will set them free. All it does is make their lives drastically harder, which is what I found hilarious this whole time.
I think it's hard when you're the age that like I am and you're seeing people around you like getting married or getting engaged or, you know, either having children or having more children. Like a lot of my friends now are like having their second child or pregnant with their second child or just got married, and like I'm not there. I want to be there, like, but I just feel like my life's stuck at the moment and I want it to progress, but I'm obviously not in a position where like that's gonna happen anytime soon.
She had plenty of chances to actually have a family, but she clearly chose herself instead.
Life comes at you very quickly, and I think this is something that we all hear about as we go through life, something people tell us, embrace the moment, you're gonna get older, before you know it, life goes by so fast, yeah. We all know that. Until it hits you, until you have one of those moments where you're like, oh, this is what they meant by that. I had one of those moments this morning when I woke up at 3:30 in the morning with excruciating neck pain because I slept on it funny. 1 minute you're 20 years old with a fake ID in a bar with your friends. You close down that bar. Life is good. You just spent $100 on redheaded.
Far too many modern women think that the party is going to last forever, but it never actually does.
But the party's not over. Party's not over just because you closed down the bar. No, you're gonna go to a stranger's house. Is it safe? No. Is it dangerous? Yeah. Do you care? No. Are you stupid? Of course. You go to that stranger's house, you pass out on that stranger's bathroom floor. The cold tile is so nice against your hot, sweaty, disgusting body. You use their little shower mat as a pillow. Life is good. You're great. You're not in pain when you wake up the next morning. You maybe have a little bit of a hangover, but that can be cured with a coffee and an aspirin. You don't know how good you have it.
If your glory days involve passing out in a stranger's bathroom, that is actually nothing to be proud of.
So you pick up your hot, disgusting, hungover body. Your mouth is definitely filled with some stranger's saliva and cheap vodka, but you don't care. Life is good. The sun is shining. You got so much great natural collagen in your face. You got nothing to worry about. You go to Starbucks. You buy a $3 iced latte. You go to work. You do a workout. Whatever you need to do, it's done. You're good. You've recovered. And then before you know it, you wake up and you're in your 30s. It doesn't matter how well you treat your body. It doesn't matter that you put yourself to bed at 10:30 last night, even though that was an hour past your preferred bedtime. It doesn't matter if you do your stretches, you drink your water. One wrong move and your body fails you. One wrong move is all it takes.
If you're nostalgic for the days where you got wasted all the time, you never actually really grew up.
I'm a little bit scared to talk about this, but if I don't, who will? Does anyone else in their late 30s, 40s, who doesn't have children, by any means, whether that's through choice or not, feel this pressure to show up at work or go above and beyond to almost justify why you don't have children? I often see conversations online, in person, and rightly so, about the impact that having children has on women's careers, just stupid and unjust things that hold them back, which is absolutely not okay.
They go out of their way to justify it because they are in denial over their poor life decisions.
But I don't see this conversation about this kind of pressure that when you are in your 40s or even older and you don't have children, to almost show your value, in that society is so ingrained that a woman's role is to have children, So when you show up as not that, it's like, well, what else do you bring? What do you bring to the table? And I'm really feeling that a lot recently.
Women like this love to blame society for their problems. It's not society's fault, it is hers.
But I don't hear enough mid-40s women talking about on this app the grieving process of your physical beauty changing. I honestly think we need to name this and we need to talk about it, because I know that I'm not the only one who feels this way. I found myself saying to my husband, I feel ugly lately. As someone who was told from the time I was a young child through my whole life, like how beautiful I was.
There is a grieving process. They are just stuck in denial that their looks have faded with time.
Physically, that was just something I was always told. It feels jarring to see now my hair, to see my textured skin, to see my fine lines, to see my saggy chin.
It wouldn't matter if people were honest with her. She would still just assume that she is somehow different or something.
Middle age is a lot of things, a lot of good things, but a lot of bad things too. Middle age, you're processing your kids and, moving up and on in the world and becoming an empty nester. But it's a good thing. So being alone in the house when you haven't for years is an adjustment, but doable. Dealing with aging parents and taking care of them, having that role reversal, that's a midlife thing that's manageable because you're happy to still have your parents with you, even though you feel like you're taking responsibility to take care of them.
That's what happens when you get older. Most of us are able to accept it without actually crying about it.
Your body changing, hormones, wrinkles, all that, manageable. The absolute worst thing about midlife so far is having to put the dog that you raised your kids with down or see them pass on. This is horrible. This is the worst part.
Nobody can blame her for feeling that way, but having a breakdown online probably is not going to help you. Nobody prepared her for adulthood, so she's going to keep the mentality of a child. Absolutely genius.
I don't know how much more patient I could be, but I have always been that critically single person. Destiny's not dating anybody. Why would she? It's really sad. And that's just the best word for it. For context, I'm on an app. It ain't gonna last long. I delete it and re-download it. It's a vicious cycle. I don't know if I'm ever gonna meet someone. I don't know where I would ever meet somebody because I work at a school and I'm not doing that again.
If she is critically single, that means that she made terrible choices when it came to men.
Nope, never again will I ever do that. Nobody, not that I've asked, but no one's ever like, oh my gosh, I need to introduce you to this person. I understand. I get it. I'm a lot. You want to attach you to me. It's fine. I am no better than anyone, but I am better than the audacity of some of these men, children. I've never been so humbled in my life, which is part of the reason why I'm spiraling.
It always seems to be men's fault, even though these women ignore the vast majority of men. Funny how that works, isn't it?
I wonder if any women that are in their 30s and single right now can relate to me on this. So I am 34. And I am single. I live alone. I'm in the UK. I would love children. And I, of course, would love that fantasy dream relationship. However, I'm not willing to settle.
In other words, she refuses to accept any man who isn't impossibly perfect for her.
And a friend asked me the other day, how do I feel about the thought, what does it make me feel when I think about bringing a relationship into my life? And it actually really got me questioning whether I actually even want a relationship. But because when it comes down to it, it's I don't want mediocre love.
By mediocre love, she means a relationship which requires her to actually put in effort, by the way.
I'm not accepting that. And I wonder if I'm asking for too much, and I refuse to believe that's a thing. I've also had friends in the past tell me to lower my standards. I'm sorry, what? No. But also, am I willing to let someone in that isn't incredible? No.
It is impossible for women like this to actually lower their standards. I think that by this point, too much damage has actually been done. Getting up every morning and going to work is the world that modern women completely demanded, but this is the reality. It is exhausting, and she simply isn't built to handle it.
I'm 40 years old and a little chubby. I've been single for 4 years. Men don't want to date me. Am I unattractive?
40 years old, single for 4 years, absolutely everything here. Any man worth his weight in self-respect takes one look at that woman and knows that she has far too much baggage with her. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.